Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Luis Angel Piñeiro Estremera. First of all, I want to thank Ms. Hoth Keller. Ms. Keller, wow, Dr. Keller, you did an outstanding job. You prepared me. You gave me a lot of information for this topic, and I really appreciate of your case. I'm looking forward to see you again in another course. So basically, I'm going to be talking to you about my synthesis project at this time. So we have two different projects. The first one was a policy project, right? And both of these projects, are interrelated because both deal with our three groups of special populations. Okay, I want to say this about the old project, about the policy one, in which I stated that the creation of a new certificate would be very impactful to our for our profession. Okay, looking forward to the two components, I started thinking about what to write or what to look for, and I came across about two very important topics. The first one was self-efficacy on teachers' perception of their own belief as they teach, and also teaching satisfaction, job satisfaction. So in my introduction, I said that individuals willing to take over the burden of education are desperately needed. The demand for maintaining these professionals in our classroom is even more when it comes to our special population groups. Like I stated before in my policy paper, I suggested maintaining effective teachers as a new certification for special population groups. This will be an incentive for those professionals that are willing to embark in our profession, right? From there, we look, like I told you, for the self-efficacy and job satisfaction, which was the main purpose of this synthesis project. For this project, I run a qualitative research, a little bit of qualitative research in which I I had 16 participants, right? That they filled their surveys. These instruments were some valid instruments that we have already in our resources tab that they already proved, right? And in there, although 16 teachers, they were teachers, administrators of all three, representative of all three different departments, right? All three different population groups. So the main thing was when the results, they were very impactful because everything came down to the same situation: teacher satisfaction, and the self-efficacy. Some people, like for example, when Frost 2018 conducted his study on the reflective supervision in early childhood, and we have some perspective there of the impact of supervisors in the performance of the teachers with their students by providing different resources, providing different alternative, right, for the implementation of the process, as well as to the identification process for the special population group. But what caught my attention was that everybody went to salary. People believe that we don't get paid enough for the type of work that we do. And everybody passed by an elementary teacher who teaches how to write and read. Everybody, after you become an adult, you become an engineer or however, but it's because of that foundation that was implemented on you, right? It was guided to you, teach it for you, right? So a lot of people, they in my interviews, they also stated that the certification program was good, but the retention of teachers was another big important part. And teacher retention has to be directly with self-efficacy and job satisfaction. Again, benefits, package, incentive, salaries. They also, in one of my interviews, an individual mentioned it that even though they have some those stipends for performance stipends, right? Stipends for how you do. It's not fair when you compare a teacher who teaches the same group of students in a low socioeconomic place versus a person that teaches the same elements in a higher place. So this is a discrepancy right there that is not fair for teachers, right? When we speak about salary, right? And performance salary. In the self-efficacy, uh, teacher, I noticed it that Guo in 2021 and an early childhood special education assessment that he did about teacher self-efficacy, he mentioned it that teachers were not feeling competent when they have students with disability in their classrooms. So they were looking for extra training, help, etc. So, and also another of my interviewers was a diagnostician and out of the district, and out of a diagnostician that also mentioned it that the need for bilingual diagnostician in order to provide services or just to identify bilingual population students. So we have the resources that are not being implemented in the right place, and I believe that the local, the state, and the federal legislature and the government need to take, they need to do something about it in order for us to retain the qualifications and keep those qualified teachers in place, right? Providing those needed services towards the population, especially in these three groups, because the foundation is something very important if we want to have successful student and a lifelong learners, at the end of the product, that they can be auto-sufficient. So basically, guys, that was my synthesis project. Was again for teacher retention, specifically looking at self-efficacy and job satisfaction. God bless you guys. Thank you.